It's the countdown, baby. It's confidently wrong. I'm your host, as always, Chris Nugent.
And I'm Pat Nugent.
And today, this week, we are honored to have Mr. Ben Chadwick.
Hi, I'm Ben Chadwick.
Welcome to the hot room where we record.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Hot room in every sense.
I only sweat in every single room already, so it's nice to have that.
I hate when I'm doing a show and then I get egregiously sweaty and then I don't know how to handle. Like I kind of want to ask someone for like a napkin or like a tissue so I can just dab it off.
In college one time I went to a house party and I was anxious and I got really anxious sweats and I sweat through my shirt and I just left the party. I didn't talk to anybody. I just was like, I don't know. I don't think I spoke to them for years. Like I really don't think I talked to anybody in that house for years. It was just
That's a good move. I was in college before a party. My roommate was cooking fish. And so I come to this party and I hear all these girls like, who the fuck smells like fish? And I just quietly snuck out the back, took a shower, changed, and then came back like nothing happened.
That's a good move. That's a great move. Who's cooking fish at 10 p.m. though?
My roommate Tang.
Oh, yeah.
He's now a doctor.
Hey.
So,
well, hey. He's the expert then.
He is the expert.
Whatever. He's probably got mercury poisoning.
Probably,
man. Probably.
Too much of that damn fish.
Too much of that damn fish.
Do you guys know how that happens? I know they say it's like, if you eat too much tuna, they'll have like a little bit of mercury. But like, how are they getting mercury? Are they making hats
everything?
I think it's like microplastics. It's just in everything.
Right. That checks out.
Yeah. I love how like people they'll put out reports like, oh, they're saying, microplastics and everything. And it's like, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? Like, why are you telling me?
Yeah.
Fix it or like I can't do anything about it.
If you don't have a technology that scrubs my balls of all the microplastics in there, then my sperm are just going to be dead. So that's fine.
And what's all that for anyway? Like what? Like to exfoliate your skin or something?
Microplastics?
Like what's
do you mean like the little beads and like
just everything?
Face?
What's it for?
Oh,
I don't get like where all this shit comes from.
It's not like a product. Like you don't buy microplastics.
There's not a microplastic factory. It's just like plastic and then it's everywhere. So like, let's say you got like a landfill, it's filled with plastic and then like it rains, the water leaches some of the plastic and then it gets everywhere.
Or like if you had like a water bottle in your car and it got all hot and then you're like, this is a good bottle of water. It's like full of microplastic, like the heat, if you microwave things in plastic, like they're all poison.
Oh God!
Dude, my mom microwaved chicken in plastic bags my entire childhood.
Oh man,
that's not good at all.
No, that's why we're doing this.
It can't be that bad then, right? I mean, we're not dead.
I'm obese. I'm depressed. I'm fucking suicidal, dude. Like,
that could have just been from comedy.
You are a comedian.
Yeah. Actually, you who told me about microplastics was your ex-girlfriend. Yeah, in high school, I was doing lifeguard training, and she was in the class too. And I made the huge mistake of coming to an 8-hour-long lifeguard lesson, like training session, with like a gallon jug of Arnold Palmer. And she's like, "Is that all you're going to drink this whole time?" And I was like, "Well, I'm going to drink it, and then I'm going to fill it back up with water." Right. And she was like, "One, you're going to have to pee every 10 minutes for the rest of this whole thing."
Wait, which ex was this?
Addie.
Oh.
Which was true. I did have to pee constantly all the time. And then she told me that since I refilled that bottle with water, she was like, "Oh, you're going to get like microplastics, like it's going to leach off and get in your water." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking
so
about?
What do you want me to do with this information?"
Yeah.
How is it that if you refilled the bottle, it's going to get the microplastics, but the first time they did it, it's fine? They're all sealed in there. It's when the other liquid touches it.
I don't know. It feels like they're making shit up.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
Wow.
I think everything's fine.
Your ex who cheated on you lied? What the fuck? You kidding me?
That's
all
so
right, we're talking about that and only that the rest of this show.
I cannot believe she'd be dishonest.
There's no way she listens to this.
What did she lie about?
I
assume cheating.
That she loved me?
Well, just that like the first time you refill it, all of a sudden it's just a bottle of plastics.
I thought you were asking what did she lie to me about.
Yeah, I was. I thought that would be funnier than
well, she lied about the plastics.
Yeah. Anyway, here's what's happening with me. At my dad's house, we have chickens. Today, 3 of the chickens were struck down by a creature. We don't know what kind of creature yet.
Does he have trail cams?
All right.
No, they're broken. The creature must have gotten
I think these chickens did not kill themselves.
That's true.
How convenient that the cameras broke when they died.
Yeah, they're in Diddy's freak tapes. Our domestic chickens.
Freak chickens.
Yeah. You said they were struck down.
Yeah.
That makes it sound like they were killed, but not like eaten. Like it's like it was a shooting or something.
So kind of the equivalent of a school shooting in the chicken world. Because like something came and killed 3 of them. My dad just told me about it. Like, I didn't see the dead chickens, but it looks like he definitely didn't like drag them away to eat them. So maybe it was like feasting and then someone scared it off. Okay. But my dad was saying that like if a raccoon gets in, it'll kill all of them. But this only killed 3 of them out of 8. So
maybe it was another chick. We should
another
it's an inside job. Any SSRIs in their system.
It's true, yeah. But I was just thinking it's funny because like if this happened in the 1800s, that would just be it. We would just die in the winter.
I was gonna say your cost of eggs just went the fucking skyrocketed.
Yeah. Well, my dad they make a lot of eggs, as you know. Chickens tend to do that.
That's what they're known for. And crossing roads.
That's true. Yeah, they're two jobs. But you'll sell them. So we have like a cooler at the end of the driveway and then a sign, and then you just put in cash. It's the honor system. He's a fool.
Poor.
But if people will drive by and then if there just happens to be no eggs, they'll just like go up and just knock on the door any time of day to be like, where are the eggs?
I mean, he's an egg vendor.
Yeah, but you would think
I feel like that's reasonable.
But I don't think, because it's pretty common like up the coast people like sell eggs, but it's usually just like there's a box out somewhere and you grab them. It's weird to me to be like, the eggs aren't here. I need to where else am I going to get eggs? I have to go up to his house and knock on the door at 2 p.m.
So you hear the bagpipes playing. All right, we're doing the funeral.
Yeah, 3 chickens were struck down today.
Please let us grieve in peace.
But if this happened back in the day, they'd send one of us to town and hope that we don't get cholera or something. That'd be it.
I feel bad for the customers that were like, those chickens made my favorite eggs. Those are my favorite chickens.
Those are the best chickens. Maybe that's why they got killed. Someone was jealous.
Someone laid green eggs.
Yeah.
So maybe they were a target.
It's true.
Maybe they were rotten. You ever think of that?
Maybe.
It's true. I hope
that's
not,
why I feel so bad all the
I
time.
eat a lot of those eggs, and if there's ever something wrong with one of them, it will get me. Yeah. Then I'll be struck down.
Struck down is a very funny way.
I like it.
It's weird. It's a weird phrase.
They fell during the winter.
That's right.
the lightning came through and killed 3 chickens.
How embarrassing to be struck down during the summer months too, huh?
Yeah.
Not even the cold to get you.
Right. Yeah, no, it was the fruitful season.
That's right.
Well, my phone, I think, is trying to drive me insane.
Probably.
That's kind of what's going on with me lately.
That checks
trying
out.
to drive me nuts.
I like the Chris, like, I got one queued up. Hold on, here's the story.
I wrote topics. Phone making me crazy.
You didn't even want to touch the phone for that. You're like, I got to write this down.
I got to write it down. Like, I'm trying to stay away from this fucking thing.
Yeah.
So there's one video that I came across, and it said, don't listen to this if you're mentally unstable. I was like, well, this ought to be fucking good. Yeah. And it said, we're living in a simulation. But we're living in a simulation because we only perceive reality. We don't experience it. And nothing can prove that you're not in a simulation right now. And it's kind of like, shut up.
Just go to work.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, stop making videos.
Pick up another shift. Just stop this.
Stupid.
Stop this nonsense.
Oddly, it's kind of the same argument for religion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, you can't disprove it. And it's like, sure, but that doesn't mean it's all true.
Right.
You know,
like it's, and then they always have like a smug smile, like, well, that's faith. You just got to believe.
Well, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah. You just have to not think critically.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yes, and everything. And it's all good. But, we had an earlier episode where I was telling a story about how when I was a kid, I was like questioning God. And I was like in the driveway and I was like, if God's real, like it will strike me with lightning right now. And then I didn't get struck with lightning. But then like 10 minutes later, lightning strikes and our fucking power goes out on the podcast. So.
But you're an atheist.
I don't know if I am.
Well,
and
I will say
that one lightning bolt really
got me.
I will say last week we had Casey on and it was a lot of stories that kind of shit on Chris a little bit.
Nice.
I do gotta do one more. For a while you were a very upfront atheist and you were the most obnoxious type of fucking where you'd be like, I just think it's stupid to believe in God. Anyone who believes in God's an idiot.
Well, that's just a new atheist.
True,
that's just somebody who's like fresh. It's like a new Christian.
It's like Seth Rogen.
I want to talk to you about God.
Yeah,
this is
true.
the best.
Yeah.
Like, dude, shut the fuck up. It's not.
Chill out. Wait a little bit.
I heard about it. All right?
I'm aware.
Yeah,
I was pretty annoying. I was pretty annoying guy.
Well, glad you outgrew that.
That's in the past. It's definitely not me anymore. I did think about I want a DJ. And I want to be, my DJ name will be the most annoying guy in the world.
That's good.
My DJ name.
I like that. Well, would it be DJ most annoying guy in the world or just the most annoying guy in the world?
the most annoying DJ in the world. Maybe.
Oh,
or
And
DJ annoying.
It's just hours of that.
I just play like Little John.
Hell yeah,
That's it.
that'd be a good movie. A lot of Turnbull, a lot of Tiesto.
For what?
Yeah,
yeah. So that's what I got going on.
Good.
that's awesome, man.
It's good stuff.
All right. Well, so do you think we're in a simulation?
No, I don't.
Not at all.
No, I don't. And it's one of those
Elon
things
Musk thinks we are, and he's the smartest guy in the world.
right? And
I mean, he also thought having kids with a woman named Grimes would be a good idea.
Right. He thought it'd be good to name his son AX. Fucking
No, it doesn't matter.
Bunch of numbers.
The abbreviations.
Named him a gun in Fallout.
Does a lot of ketamine.
Yeah,
At least he didn't name his kid Doge. I mean, he
True.
saved it for the fucking political shit.
Man, that's so annoying.
It's hilarious.
I mean, I feel like that's something where it's like, is it better if they lean into it or don't lean? Because like if they had their like logo like the dog, like the Doge thing,
yeah,
I can't tell if that'd be better or worse. It's already cringy, but I can't tell.
We're already fucking Mickey Mouse cartoon, with like our whole society. So why not just fucking go full bore Shiba Inu?
Yeah. Just old memes, much savings. Wow.
I was gonna say replace the head of the treasury, and then I was like, I have no fucking clue. Anything.
Yeah, I got
smart or political or anything.
A lot of times when it doesn't really happen too much around here, I feel like at the open mics, but just anytime like comics are getting like political, I'm always like, just you're not the guy to be political.
Yeah, you're John.
You know nothing.
It's people who love to fucking give you their opinion.
Yeah.
And now there's a thing to talk about.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's you're at an open mic. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like let's not fucking
It's like they'll
debate.
talk about like, oh, here's my take on Israel Palestine. It's like, you show me one Google search of Palestine before 2 years ago, and I will listen to your opinion. Otherwise, shut up.
Dude, I remember when like the first Israel Palestine shit, like 2 years ago, something like that, was like really, kicking up and everything. And everybody was like, oh, I'm all about, because like there was the whole Hamas attack, right? And so everybody was like pro-Israel, and then they started fucking murdering children, and they're like,
right,
no,
actually, yeah.
And it's like the same fucking people who were on that side a week ago are now over on this side, and vice versa. And it's like none of you have any fucking clue what you're talking about.
Yeah,
you just want to wave a flag to say that you're on the right team.
Yeah,
you're a fucking bitch. That's all it is.
There's these people, I think I talked about this on an episode a while ago. It doesn't matter. There's maybe you've seen them in Portland. There'll be these people who have like signs at like the corner near like Congress Street every once in a while, but the signs just say like love or like happiness. And like that makes me so fucking mad that those people go home. They're like, I really made a difference today. So I did something.
I get what you're saying, but there was a point in my life when I was like really considering like I was a really depressed kid, and like I thought about we had guns in the house, and like I thought about some like and there was one day I was really thinking about it, and I saw someone have a sign that said love, and it totally changed my spirit.
Okay, then I changed my. If it
no, that's a lie. It's horseshit. It never fucking achieves anything. Nothing. You can't. All the rest of it was true. By the way, I totally should have been a school shooter.
I was gonna say if it has actually helped somebody, I would change my state. You can't on record say I was gonna kill myself, and I'm gonna be like good.
You can't. Other people might.
But fuck those people, dude. Right. It's just such like
it's unproductive.
Yeah,
it doesn't do anything.
It's like saying like I believe in peace. Yeah, it's like okay, awesome.
It's the same people who have the fucking like Ukraine flags on their mailbox. It's like who gives a shit? Your mailman's just annoyed. That's all that's doing. You know, your Russian mailman is fucking furious.
Well, it's also like no one in Ukraine would give a shit about that.
No,
no one in Ukraine would be like having like rubble for breakfast in the morning. Right. Be like, well, there's a woman with blue hair in Portland, Maine who supports me. Yeah. So that's awesome.
She had a sign that said that I was loved and cared for. Yeah. So
they're no longer buying Smirnoff
now my
vodka.
kid's not dead. So that's great.
Honestly, you're better off like driving for DoorDash and donating the money to Palestine. During that time that you're dancing in the fucking street.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like anything but what you're doing. Yeah. And I feel like we're in this position because people just danced in the streets thinking that they made a difference.
And this is a crazy idea. How about you mind your own fucking business?
Right.
Yeah. There's a war here. Yeah. We're being attacked by our own country. And nobody gives a fucking shit.
Did you hear about the fucking shooting in Idaho?
No.
Apparently this guy like apparently they think it's like multiple people, but they just like set a fire somewhere in the forest in Idaho, and then a bunch of first responders came and they just like fucking perched up and just shot like 4 firemen.
Damn.
Yeah. And
That's
no one
why
knows,
you shooting
who
firemen?
did it.
Shoot cops. Why are they?
Who has problems with firemen?
Yeah.
Right. Firemen.
That was why it was so dumb when they came out with the Red Lives Matter bullshit. You know, the flags with the red, like the firemen.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not pissed at the firemen.
I have zero
happy with
problem
those
with
dudes.
Those are the best guys.
Don't kill them.
Yeah.
Kill the cops. Kill the cops. I'm happy to get fucking black bagged on your podcast. I'm really psyched about that, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna find listeners are gonna start popping up in DC.
The fucking thing of tear gas is just gonna come in the window.
Right. They move quick, dude.
They do. They do.
I saw one thing where they breached somebody's house with like blast charges because they were protesting against them, like the people who they went in with SWAT team, fucking guns, all this shit, arrested this guy, and he was like, I guess he parked his car in front of a thing, and they were mad.
And like,
why is everyone mad at us? I don't get it.
The most annoying thing is like
fucking cops and you're fucking taking people away, deporting them.
Some cop probably like talked to their chief and was like, "Hey, we got this guy who's protesting.
Right.
We were thinking we would breach into his house and come in there with assault rifles and viciously take him down and tase the fuck out of him." And then that chief was probably like, "Good, do that."
You know what, Johnson?
Yeah.
You're promoted.
You're a loose cannon.
When you come back,
damn it, you get results.
When you get back, we're having
show
dinner.
initiative. That was all I needed.
When you guys get back, we're having pizza night. Go, hey, kill his dog too.
Just for good measure.
Does he have anything weird like a squirrel or a snake that you could
kill it?
Let's make headlines with this bitch.
There's
Really get people talking.
I get a lot of just like police videos like on my TikTok algorithm. Just
Because you don't click them, right?
I click them. I watch them. But there's one where it's for some reason they're like investigating like an exotic animal dealer, like his business.
Oh, the snake guy?
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Have you
saw
seen
that.
this? The snake?
I saw it.
Right.
Just fucking. The guy just comes and says, "Oh, by the way, there's this incredibly rare snake. Don't kill this one." And they go, "Okay, gotcha." And then like 10 minutes later, they're like,
You're not going to believe what happened.
By the way, the bow's dead.
This is crazy. We did kill the snake that you explicitly."
And he's like, that snake was pregnant with like $10,000 worth of babies or some shit like that.
Exactly. He's like, "You just cost me $10,000," and then they have the audacity to be like, "Calm down." Yeah.
Dude,
well, it's like there's levels to it too, because it's like not only did you fuck them over financially, like, these people love those fucking animals.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they make
get it.
money.
I mean, he was
yeah.
stealing them, but I mean, like, he's still like, you have to like snakes to be in
You
the
gotta
game.
have a passion
You know?
for snakes. I won't touch a snake.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Stephen Barton will put that shit in his mouth. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
we were at his house and like he's like cooking us like lamb, and then like he's like disappears for like 5 minutes.
You know what? If anyone was going to be cooking lamb,
Right,
like
right.
Stephen Barton. Can you put his face up so that people can say, like, that's a lamb cooker?
Yeah. But he like disappears for 5 minutes, and I turn around and there's like literally I feel like a snake's tongue licking my ear a little bit. And he just has a snake. He just keeps the snakes
Did you ever go to one of those like kids' birthday parties where they bring the like animal guy and they have like I went to like a birthday party when I was like 7 where they were like, "Who wants to have a tarantula on their face?"
Oh, right.
I was like, "Who? Why? What do you mean?"
Like, don't worry.
Wow,
we
you
do
found a
thank
picture
you.
of
Perfect.
Oh, there
That's
he
the
is.
man.
That
That's a
man
friend of the
owns
show,
snakes.
Stephen
That's a
Barton.
snake
Yeah.
lover if I've ever seen one.
I feel bad. We did like one of our first episodes with Steven. It was a really fun one, and then we had like internet problems, so we couldn't release it. But he's on his way over, and he just messaged us. He's like, "Hey, just so you know, I'm bringing McDonald's," and he shows up with what is probably $45 worth of McDonald's, and we're just like, "Oh, this is so much food." He's like, "It cost me $10." He like knows these ways to exploit the McDonald's app where he just gets a ton of free food. So anyways, that's we feasted.
And that's the physique. That's what that's about.
How do you think those calves get so
That's
right.
That's Big Mac extra sauce.
He's just
calves
hoofing
right
it
there.
down,
Yeah.
getting free Big Macs and eating them on the way
Honestly,
home.
for mastering the McDonald's app, he's in pretty good shape.
Dude,
True,
think
yeah.
about the time and effort that he put into figuring out how to get free cheeseburgers and how much money he could have made doing
Right.
fucking anything
Right,
else.
that's true.
true,
Crypto
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Holy
If they make
God.
a cheeseburger coin,
Yeah.
you know it's going to
Yeah.
be fucking
Mac
100xing his investment.
Just put his face on top of a cheeseburger and
Right.
start selling
Well, that'd be very funny if you met him like years later in like a mansion. And they're like, "How'd you make your money?" He's like, "I mastered the Big Mac app or the McDonald's app."
I started selling secondhand cheeseburgers to homeless people.
It is.
I cornered the market on used Big Macs.
It is crazy how people make money these days.
Yeah,
man.
true.
I mean, I take a 10% bite, and then
I saw this thing about like so in the Philippines, there's this guy who makes his money by designing in-game outfits for like an online game, and he made so much money that he bought his family a house in the Philippines and put his sister all the way through college by designing in-game outfits.
To be fair, in the Philippines,
yeah, true.
that's like $85.
Yeah, true. It's definitely a lot of it's the exchange rate for sure. But like, could you imagine just talking to that guy like a bar, being like, "How'd you make your fortune?" It was like, "I designed a little armor, little armor for guys."
No, there are so many jobs that I get depressed examining and seeing that people make more money than I do to do the dog shit that they do.
It's crazy.
Not that I do anything important, but you know what I mean? Like,
no
they also don't.
Yeah,
do, you know, it's like,
I saw a woman who makes her money by like, if you want to have your pet, fly your pet out somewhere, but you don't want them to do it alone, she just goes on a plane with your pet.
It doesn't matter. They still stick it under the plane and it fucking
gets
heat exhaustion and dies.
When I took my cat
it happens all the time. They fucking kill animals on planes.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, they put you fucking look it up. Go on the internet and no, they fucking put them in the like. There's no like heat control or like pressure control or like anything like that. So they put your animal down there, and there's so many stories of like, we showed up in Cincinnati and Fluffy was dead. You know,
Jesus Christ,
happens all the time, and the Americans
terrifying.
like, well, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, now, if you want to get anything from an airline now, you're fucked.
We threw water in his cage. I don't know why he's dead.
He kept falling asleep. We thought it'd scare it. We thought he'd scare it. Scare it away. Thought it'd be good for the dog.
We hit him on the head and he kept sleeping. I don't get what his fucking problem is.
He's like drooling a little down.
Yeah. Stupid dog.
I was flying in Milwaukee like last year, and they lost my luggage. And it's never happened to me before. And I started them to be like, "I'm sorry, we're going to find it right away." They're just "It's gone." And I was like, "Where is it?" They're like, "I don't know." Fuck you.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Bitch.
It's literally like all those kids in the like fucking like third world countries that have like Super Bowl shirts from not teams that didn't win the Super. They're all wearing your clothes right now. That's where all that shit goes. Who's that going to, Pat? No, it's lost.
Just wearing like irony t-shirts.
I'm just screaming at the desk like, "Where are my denim cutoffs?
Right.
Where are they?"
There's like an African kid wearing like, "Darn it, I'm addicted to drugs."
God damn, I look good.
I have a shirt that's like the dare, but it's "darn, I'm addicted to drugs."
Okay, I thought it was gonna be some of the acronym was gonna be. Okay, never mind.
It's not a well-made shirt.
That's fair.
There's holes in it.
I'm glad you brought it up though, because that's helpful.
I'm contributing.
Yeah,
this is so good, dude.
Darn.
I forgot to write that down.
Oh, that's very funny to have a post-it note with one topic.
Remember the one topic.
Yeah, phone making me crazy.
Yeah, wait,
I remember my one topic that I wanted to bring up.
I just got to edit this real quick.
Topic.
The one thing I was thinking of is I have a conspiracy theory about the whole ICE thing.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So I think that they're deporting all the immigrants because they want to make way for Tesla robots to do all the manual labor.
Oh, yeah. I could totally see
like a week before I started doing all those deportations, the fucking Tesla robots were doing the Dougie and like all that shit. You know what I mean? Like they put out all these videos about them like doing all these moves and shit. Right. And then they start fucking shipping out Mexicans or fucking Spaniards or fucking Jamaicans or like whatever. They don't give a shit. Yeah. You know, if it doesn't sound American, get the fuck out of here.
Well, and it makes sense that because I'm pretty sure they took off like restaurant labor and I think farming off of the table, probably because those are so like vital that they can't like quite like experiment with like the labor, supplying labor there. Right. So then it's like, but in every other,
like so close to Trump, it's like let's just fucking.
Oh yeah, I think you're onto something.
Well, I don't think I'm wrong, honestly, and I rarely do, but it's
right.
Dude, if you had said that like a year ago, I probably would have said, well, no, because then they're going to roll out the robots and they're not ready yet, and it's going to be a disaster. But now it's like, yeah, they're not ready yet, and the robots aren't ready, and that's just what they're going to do anyway. If they're going to roll it out, then it's just going to be a disaster.
Like, did you see fucking Peter?
We haven't done that with like a vaccine or anything.
Yeah, right. Did you see Peter Thiel being interviewed? And
the guy harassing him in the street about how like you're big brothering the world, and he's just like not talking about it.
This was like an actual studio interview that he was sitting down for, and the guy asked him, he's like, I only saw one clip of it, but he asked him, do you want humanity to continue? And he's like hesitating.
Yeah.
And then the interviewer's like, oh, you're fucking hesitating. It's just like, okay, this man should not be allowed to fucking run anything.
So that's the thing about like there is like this like Silicon Valley movement that is like the future humans, you know, where it's like they either want to be a hybrid of the two, or they just want to let the technology take over because humans are worthless. And I don't disagree about that part, but like I'm also still a human, so I want to.
Well, also, and the key distinction is we're not super rich. So like whatever happens, it really doesn't affect them, you know?
Right.
Like they're completely insulated from anything that could happen.
You know, I mean, in the sense of like making their life better, you know?
Yeah,
like,
but like if all of their labor is done by a robot versus like an immigrant, they not only do they not even know like how to talk to them. Yeah, it doesn't matter to them.
Actually, it'd be easier because they could speak the same language.
Exactly. Yeah. They'll just be taught like they'll have their housekeeper and they'll be like, how do I reprogram them
I know I'm done with Spanish.
Get the robot.
And now we have fucking hear about like open AI CEOs getting sworn into the fucking military.
What?
They have fucking like AI tech people being sworn in as like lieutenant colonels in the fucking army right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they go to boot camp? They got to be able to do push-ups.
Imagine those nerds fucking doing pull-ups. Like,
I'd love that. I'd love that, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you see it like they get a video of them doing these fucking yes.
I would
a Tesla robot underneath them.
I would fucking love to see Elon Musk shirtless doing SEAL training.
No one wants to see Elon Musk shirtless.
I do. I want to see him.
You remember when they fucking that picture of him on the boat?
Yeah,
and everyone's
that's
like,
what
"This
I
is
want.
the Cybertruck design."
I want that in the water by the beach, trying to like keep from drowning, and just some SEAL guy screaming at him. That's what I want.
I want to see
you
that
said
happen.
SEAL guy, and I know you meant like a Marine.
Oh
like,
yeah,
and I was just thinking a SEAL man,
or Seal the singer.
Yeah, I saw Seal the singer balancing a ball on his nose.
Does he have any other songs?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Wait, hold on. There was one. No. There was one in the Space Jam soundtrack.
Really?
Did he do I Believe I Can Fly? Was that him? No, that was R. Kelly.
Oh,
yeah,
Kelly.
there was
the piss. Swear to God, there was a
the piss baby.
The piss baby.
Can't remember.
You ever see that video of R. Kelly in doing a concert in like Africa, and he's like singing, and he's like, "Do you have your passport?
Yeah.
Did you get your shots?
Did you get your shots?
We're gonna go." It's like literally like, "Hey, I'm human trafficking.
Yeah, literally.
I'm gonna human traffic you."
I'm
That's
collecting
legal
ladies.
in Africa. I don't know if you know that.
True,
Historically,
It's kind of
They do have
illegal.
history.
Country's kind of built off that, aren't we? It's kind of a bit, yeah. I guess nothing's really changed. Just now it's robots.
Yeah, true.
It's bleak, man. It's really not. It's really
No,
not good.
we're all fucked. It's 5 to 10 years, like at most. Like I'm trying to like make a bunch of money right now so I can live for as good as possible for the next like few years.
Yeah.
And I hear planes go by my house sometimes, and I'm like, "This is the nuke,
Bro,
Here it comes."
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm
I
in the
do it
same
all the
boat.
time,
Dude, I was
man.
hanging out here and I hear a bunch of fireworks go off.
Yeah, dude.
And like, dude, I felt like a fucking PTSD veteran. Like,
So
I've
I have
never-
PTSD, and that fucks me up real bad.
Yeah.
If I hear like popping and exploding,
Right.
I go to the window. I'm like looking around.
I was never like this before.
Holy
I'm
shit.
fucking, yeah, it's
Dude.
wild.
Well,
Yeah,
we
man.
all went through like a lot of shit in general. Like COVID was fucking crazy, so I
Yeah.
think everybody's like scale got upped a bit.
Right.
You know,
Everyone's
and
on
like
edge, dude.
we went through COVID, and then my dad died, and I had like a whole fucking like. Turns out that wasn't how I got PTSD. It was from him hitting me.
Ah,
Yeah,
that'll do
you
it.
can, you can get it that way. I didn't
get it
know.
that way.
Yeah,
Who knew?
apparently, just
I even got a little bit just
domestic
domestic screamed
abuse.
at.
I'll do it.
yeah,
I
that'll
don't like it.
Get the shoulders up.
I don't like
Yeah.
when this gun's screaming at me.
Yeah,
It reminds me of my dad.
Yeah, I feel like people are going to look back and just like, I don't know, I feel like everyone underestimated just how much COVID fucked everyone up socially. Because I remember like the first date I went on like after lockdown was over, and I vividly remember like walking down the sidewalk in Portland and being like, how the fuck do I talk to people?
Yeah.
Like what? There'd just be long silences, and I'd be like, what?
Dude,
what? What do
Sorry,
I
I'm
do?
knocking over
Oh,
your
you're fine. Don't worry about it.
pink water bottle. All right.
Everything pink is cheaper when it comes to water bottles and exercise stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I learned something that I didn't know about the economy and you. You were a cheap gay asshole. This dildo was fucking cheaper because it's pink.
I thought there was a pink
Feels
tax.
the same up my ass.
I'm thrifty and gay.
I thought there was a pink tax. Wasn't that a thing?
A pink tax?
Yeah, pink tax. This is a thing.
Not after the breast cancer people. They were like, let's fucking
Yeah,
we're
now
not
it's
going
a
to charge them
tax.
extra. What are we talking about? We're talking about something I liked.
PTSD.
No, well, then-
Didn't love that.
Getting hit.
AI.
Oh, it's the pink thing right before the water ball. I kicked over the water ball. I was going to say something.
COVID fucking you up. Don't remember how to be social.
It was something about being social. Damn it. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Keep talking about
doesn't
something.
I don't know what a pink tax is. All I know is that if you go to Walmart, you go to the clearance section, there were water bottles that were black, 32 ounces, $20, and then one pink bottle, 40 ounces, $17. And that's just a cheap guy, gay guy move.
Sure.
It's a no-brainer.
Classic.
Incidentally, if you're cheap, you're also it's the same part of the Venn diagram. I don't know. I've seen some glammy gay dudes, you know?
That's true. Yeah. Some of them are very stylish.
A lot of them.
Kind of
Yeah,
what
true.
they're known for. Right?
Yeah.
Show me an unstylish gay guy. It's kind of my.
Yeah, you don't ever see like me. Like I love dick. You know,
well,
like if you look like this, you're just wishful for pussy.
Right.
That's all it is.
it's a real I'll take what I can get style of
right.
romance.
What? It's not my fucking cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is gonna be a good night. All right, Stephen Barton, saddle up. Put his picture right back there.
Yeah, show me that.
Just
Yeah.
put me over.
Everyone leave for a little bit.
We'll take out the video from this one. It'll just be a static picture of Steven the whole time.
Now, I'm excited to be on this.
Hey,
Yeah,
good.
man.
That's good.
I knew my time was coming when I saw Casey do a second time around. I was like, they're running out.
If
They don't have anyone left.
He's laughing.
Yeah. Just
There he
announce
is.
it over
The whole time.
that.
It's a cute pic. I like the little head tilt.
He looks gay.
Hopefully, he doesn't mind us talking about him for several minutes on the podcast.
I don't feel like he would.
He's
I don't
pretty
think
so.
open
Yeah,
about that stuff.
yeah.
Chill.
Well, yeah, we were working
You go
together.
on stage and say the shit that Steven likes to say.
True.
I feel like
Right. Talking about thumbs and butts and whatnot.
Yeah,
what he does with those snakes.
true. I don't know. I feel like if I had something in my butt, I feel like I'd find it a little bit uncomfortable.
Have you ever had anything in your butt?
No,
Not even yourself?
like my finger.
I mean, if you're unlucky, it's if you can reach.
I mean, I feel like there's been a couple times I wiped too hard accidentally, but nothing, nothing outside that.
It came out.
I cranked the bidet a little too hard.
Yeah.
It awoken something.
Dude, I sit there a little too long on the
Yeah.
bidet.
Bidets are
I do
nice.
sit
Yeah.
there.
I do think about your line, the tickle switch, which gets me
Yeah,
every
the
time.
tickle
It's
switch.
pretty
That's
good.
good. I like
I got the whole thing about the bidet.
Oh, actually, I did have a question I want to ask you guys. So, like, you've been doing stand up how long?
I'm on my 6th year.
Okay.
So I've been doing 5.
We're like around 4-ish, I think, coming up on 4 in the
that
fall or something.
depresses me.
Why?
Because I should be better than you guys. But
You are. You are. Yeah, what do you mean?
We're in the same club.
But well, just because we're all in Maine,
Right.
It's kind of. But do you remember like what's like the worst joke you remember writing from like right when you started? What was like the worst premise or joke that you had?
Ooh. Well, like right away, I thought that I was a. Did we talk about the atheist thing on here, or was that before the show?
That was before No, that was on the
No,
show,
that was on
wasn't
the
it?
show.
Yeah, it was on the show.
At any rate, Chris was a terrible atheist.
Okay, yeah, that was recorded. Yeah.
Very annoying.
But like, it's like when you become a new atheist and you're like, all right, well, I need to fucking shit all over God
Mhm.
all the time. It was like fucking open mic comics showing up in a suit.
Mhm.
Like it's like you come into it with like, here I go, I'm gonna have my fucking takes. And I was like,
Mhm.
I remember talking about like some political shit. Like I had jokes about Mitch McConnell, and it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like who the fuck you're at an open mic at a place called Mr. Tramps.
Where was this?
This is in Austin.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, but it was like a sports bar, and they had a little room in the back that they closed the door to. So it was
Nice.
just, let's
So
get
no
the
one
comics in
hears,
there
yeah.
and leave them in there,
Yeah.
and not try to deter from the people trying to watch the fucking UT game.
I kind of like when they do that, though. I like when it's assuming there's people there. I like when an open mic is separate from.
Yeah,
Okay,
that part didn't
then
happen.
never mind.
Yeah. But I was like, listen to all the important
Yeah.
things I have to say.
No,
You
in
feel-
a similar vein, I had a whole thing about how like the American dream used to be like owning a home and living like a king, but now it's like just being like a dog or a cat. And that was like a whole thing that I was trying to figure out. And I sound like an insane person.
And the audience was like,
stage.
shut the fuck up.
Right. And I remember seeing like a guy who was like involved, because this is in Chicago, open mic in Chicago.
Man, we were all in better places.
I know, right? I came to beautiful Maine to do stand-up comedy.
But like there was
I'd like to come to a dying scene. That'd be really good for
well, you have to live to die.
Yeah,
Comedy Connection dwindled down
yeah.
fucking 20 years ago.
Oh damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You weren't around during the comedy.
I was here, but I wasn't in comedy. Like I was like viewing comedy. You know,
there wasn't really anything else outside that back then, though, was there? Or was there like a lot of other stuff going on?
I think they had like other shit. The same way we have like, you know, you have like stuff in the woods. There's like Archie's and like, you know, stuff like that where it's like, cool. Like I'll go out to the boonies and do this shit. But like, that was the staple. Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. I mean, dude, if your second thing is Archie,
cranked out legends. Like it was like Ader came out of there, you know,
True, yeah.
and like George Ham and Bob Marley, and it was like there were like people that you knew coming out of there. And it's like now our scene is like,
yeah,
it's Chris Nugent.
Yeah. Or it's like, did you see someone's video got 100 likes on Instagram?
Yeah.
Dude, my days of 100 likes are over. I posted a video recently, and I was so like, it's a joke that like I haven't posted. I say retarded in it, so it's like, you know, a little edgier.
They'll make it tougher to get shared. Yeah,
sure. But I was like so fucking like excited. Like I like this joke. You've heard my retarded joke. You know, I'm proud of it. I've written it. It's got fucking beats. It's like it moves well. Like I really am proud of the joke. And I made the clip, and it was at Cabot, and I did really well. And it's like cool, good venue, and like good joke, and blah blah blah. Least fucking views I've had on like anything. I talk about killing my girlfriend 2,000 plus. You know, but you know, I'm like. Right. Hey, here's a funny observation. Like downvote.
Well, it's also just annoying that like there probably are people who will watch the video, be like, "That's a good joke," and then they hear the word and they're like,
dude, that's why Marcus Cardona never booked me. Was literally, I was writing that joke. I came up with that idea. We're getting into it, bitches.
Yeah. I'll say it. I'm not editing it. Fuck you. You fucking bitch. Sorry.
It's fine. He's watching. So
you know what? He actually probably is.
I know.
He's
on his
fucking
Port T comedy bullshit.
Yeah, no. Fuck that guy forever, dude.
But I mean, like that shit fucking drives me crazy because it was like the joke, for those who don't know, the joke is I saw an embroidery hoop that said stop saying retarded, and it's like, okay, so you can't say it, but you can stitch it.
Yeah,
like there's a clear contradiction in that, right? That you want to police what people say, but you're allowed to, you know, do it for your own cause.
Yeah.
Took it up, got a big laugh, and I like, oh, hey, I don't know you, but you run a show, like, good to meet you, you know, like all that. And then I don't know, I just heard so much shit about him talking shit on me, and like I got blackballed and like all that shit because I fucking said a no word.
Who gives a fuck?
No, I didn't. Some lady wrote it, and I told you about it.
I told you what someone else
said. And guess what? That lady on your team.
Yeah.
So
you're pointing out a clear No, I love that joke.
Yeah,
it's a good joke.
Thank you.
Well, hey, Garrett, you got any topics for us today before I start?
Hey, Garrett, we've run dry
before I burn another bridge.
Yeah, so we're gonna try something new out today, everybody.
Hell yeah!
Share my screen. So we asked everybody on the internet that follows our page to submit topics to us. We're gonna spin this wheel to figure out what we're going to talk about today. But before we do that,
they're mostly tragedies. I'm noticing.
Let's go through these one by one. So someone asked us about Astro World.
Don't know.
We've got Pluto's back. Apparently, Pluto was
hadn't heard.
Interesting.
Epstein and Israel. I'm not sure if these were supposed
interesting
to be
comment.
I have a ton of wide speculation.
Yeah. We're gonna leave them together for now. The OKC bombing for some
nice.
Right. That shit's old as fuck.
What
Waco.
really happened at Waco?
Okay,
great.
Okay, so not just what the mainstream media wants us to know.
Can we just crank all of these out?
I know, right?
We'll probably get to.
We'll spin the wheel a few times.
Does that have hallucinogens right after LSD?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And then
I feel like that could be an Epstein Israel type of
right. Jubilee. Okay.
Jubilee. Yep. That YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Great.
And then cottage cheese ice cream, which was too long to fit into this space.
Who the fuck submitted cottage cheese ice cream?
If you think about these topics as like a reflection of what people think we are or what we talk about, I'm not happy.
You might not be happy, but I think you have an accurate audience
That's
base.
true.
I think
They know us.
They're savvy.
They know us.
I'm
Yeah.
actually very pleased. Like, oh, people are listening.
Yeah, right.
That's
They're
true,
listening.
yeah.
This is organic.
All right, yeah, let's run it.
real,
Let's get
thank
one.
you.
All
Thank
right,
you. Yeah, we do appreciate it.
Except Marcus Cardona.
No,
That's
he
right.
didn't submit any topics, and he can go fuck himself. All right.
All right.
Is how I'm great a topic?
Well,
And
let's
here we
spin
I really
that
didn't
damn
want to
wheel.
fucking burn down fucking everything in this. Sponsored by High Noon.
Okay.
Here it is. Okay, so
Cottage
the
cheese ice cream.
specific topic request is: would you guys even be interested in trying cottage cheese ice cream?
I'm not interested in trying cottage cheese.
I'll tell you this. Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I hate it when people get too creative with the flavors. People
Sure.
are getting too nutty. We were at an ice cream place yesterday. What was it, like strawberry balsamic?
Yeah,
Vinegar?
strawberry balsamic and something else. But also like
I mean, that makes it sound like a salad. I eat
Yeah,
that. That
true.
made me-
Ice
I
cream,
I worked
come-
out
yeah.
today, you know?
Yeah. that's exercise.
Goddamn salad.
But like cottage cheese isn't really known for like its flavor, so it's really just taking a dairy and turning it into a different type of dairy. Like I couldn't tell you what cottage cheese tastes like other than
It's
the texture.
got-
you know?
I love cheese, and I fucking hate cottage cheese.
I'm just not a big fan
Like,
of it.
It's
just-
it's got a weird flavor to it.
Yeah, I think.
Somebody had that, and they were like, "We should freeze this."
Well, I
and
also feel like
make it a summer
people
treat.
people use that as like I think it's like a common like diet food, and it's weird. This like this is the type of cheese you can eat a lot of, and it'll help your diet.
Cottage cheese ice cream is a popular frozen
Oh, no,
dessert,
it's
gaining
not.
attention for it being high protein, lower calorie alternative. Oh, it's on TikTok
Oh,
trend.
Amongst douchebags and morons, you missed that part.
Oh,
Whoopsie daisy.
Wait,
Amongst
so-
douchebags and morons.
so it's not ice cream that's supposed to taste like cottage. It's ice cream made of cottage cheese.
So you're literally I was joking, but you literally are freezing cottage cheese and eating that.
But can you make it like chocolate? Is it
Sure,
is it
put some
different
cocoa
flavor?
powder in it.
That's
Yeah.
I might be swinging around on cottage cheese ice cream.
I don't know, man.
I'm not doing that.
I mean,
You know what? Here, I'll give you a better one. Right?
Mhm.
Do it's called Nice Cream.
Ooh.
It's a dumb thing the vegans do.
mhm.
But they freeze bananas, right? And then you mush them all up,
Mhm.
and it makes like an ice cream consistency. And you put in like peanut butter and chocolate, and then it's like not
that
bad. you know?
actually,
pretty good.
that actually does sound
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
good.
it's like healthy and shit.
I would
Well,
rather
mean,
just be fat,
Yeah.
though. You know what I mean? Like,
You'd
just
rather just be fat.
enjoy
though.
ice cream and
Have you
enjoy
been?
life.
Do you know what this is like? I bet you don't.
Well, you know what? I don't want to draw attention to it. You actually look like you lost a lot of weight.
Hey.
You look good.
I appreciate that. It's from not eating cottage cheese ice cream.
There you go.
I had to cut that
You
out.
cut it
And all
out,
of a
yeah.
sudden, yeah.
Dropped all the pound. But yeah, I think so. Everyone's a no on cottage cheese ice cream.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
Big no.
All right. Thank you for ever submitted that.
Are we going to do another thing? Are
let's
we
get
doing
another one.
multiple things?
Oh,
I think
we're
we'll do
gonna
multiple
we're gonna
Because
do
that one
things.
was poopy.
Yeah, we got another
That was a
18 minutes of
poopy
these
topic.
topics.
Can we get in contact with the person who gave the cottage cheese topic?
Do we have
Yeah.
the names of people?
I'll let my wife know.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
You've just ended the podcast.
Your wife is a lovely person,
we're
by the way.
burning
I
another
just really
bridge.
can't say enough about Heather.
Oh no!
Oh, here we go.
No! This is the one I didn't want to talk about.
So we're so
Not
close.
only
Blew it up.
fucking Epstein,
Epstein
but Monica
and
Lewinsky.
Israel.
Don't forget Monica Lewinsky.
Is there
Epstein and
any
Israel.
elaboration on the connection?
I'll give it
between
to
the
you.
two?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, let me just read the message.
Yeah.
Here, let me pull it up. This one was from
Your wife?
Alex Temple.
Okay.
was.
Yeah.
Friend
that
of the pod,
checks out.
Alex
Friend of the pod,
Temple.
Alex Temple. Thank
He
you,
says-
Alex.
Can you put a picture of him under me?
He says Epstein and Israel, don't puss out. I want hard-hitting journalism. Why'd he get a sweetheart deal over a decade ago? Because he was intelligence. Why haven't we seen the names? He was selling children to nobody. I want convictions. I want blood.
All right. Fine.
All right. So, Alex, you literally just covered the entire thing.
Well, there is more. There is more. So, because Alex asked nicely, and he is our friend,
Mhm.
I will
Yeah, the
point
way
out.
he cursed at us.
That's
was
true,
so
yeah.
nice.
I do think it's interesting that Epstein's procurer of children, basically, Ghislaine Maxwell, is a daughter of Robert Maxwell,
Right.
who was an agent of the Mossad,
Right.
who was mysteriously killed on a boat,
Right.
and he was selling the Promise software, which does tie
Yes.
into law enforcement and other conspiracies,
Yes.
who seem culpable in killing Jeffrey Epstein.
Have you watched the Octopus Murders?
I have, and even better, right before that came out, I had just finished a 12 part series podcast on the Octopus Murders.
Man, we're going to be here for a long time after we end this show.
It was also the Octopus Murders tie into the Iran-Contra affair, which involves higher-ups in the government.
So here's the thing that I'm realizing about conspiracy theories is that they're all connected.
Yeah.
That it's more of the government's covering shit up as opposed to like, well, JFK got killed because of the aliens. It's like, all right, he probably knew shit about the aliens, but he also fucking pissed off Mossad, and he pissed off the gangsters, and he pissed off the Republicans. Like, he pissed off everybody, and they were able to just phone it in. But it's like, all of these things are under the umbrella of conspiracy and secrecy.
Yeah.
And so in that respect, they're all like naturally connected. And it almost seems like they have gone, well, we're already covered there. Let's lump this in with that.
Right.
And so now that's safe too.
Yeah.
You know, but because it's all fucking, you get those fucking threads that just go to everything.
But also, like, part of the reason it's so easy to make people who believe in conspiracy theories seem crazy is because the idea from the outside of a giant conspiracy being actively covered up implies this like secretive, like a bunch of guys in a room wearing robes. That's not really what it is. It's individual actors doing individual acts, and it's in everyone's best interest for it not to come out for various reasons. Like, if you look like JFK, let's say there was just some random guy in the government who uncovered all of JFK by himself and then went to go blow the whistle or whatever.
Well, he's dead.
And then their higher up just says like, okay, you could tell everybody about this, but think of the repercussions that'll happen to your country. Are you really going to do that to your country? You could be a completely rational actor and not want this stuff to get out. And there's a lot of stuff that any country wouldn't want to get out that they've done. Every country's done horrible things.
Well, right, because every country has a secret agency, and literally the point of a secret agency is to do shit that's illegal.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the point of being in the CIA is to go do international shit that's fucking illegal.
Yeah.
So, like, it's all built on fucking lies and conspiracy and gaslighting the fucking public, you know?
Well, and I think the justice system is, like, exploited because, like, you have to prove everything beyond a reasonable doubt. So make it impossible to prove. Anyone that's on to you sounds crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's all being exploited.
The whole the crazy thing has been a really useful tool. Like, and I'm a big UFO guy, and so I've been watching that for years, where it's just like they gaslight the public about how like this is ridiculous, that's not true, and now we're getting to this like disclosure era, and you're finding out all this shit, and it's like, that's what we were saying 20 years ago, and you told me I was a fucking nutbag about, you know. It's like David Grush came out and he's like, they're fucking aliens, and the government's like, we know, that's cool. It's like, dude, I'm in jail. Like, what the fuck?
But also, like, sorry, I think like some people get tied up in like trying to get to like the bottom of like the motive or like the why behind it. But it's like when it comes to like, I don't know, like 9/11, for instance, like, don't get caught up in like why it happened. Just focus on like the story that we're told makes no fucking sense. So like, just,
I mean, that's the easiest thing to like identify, where it's like, well, that doesn't make any sense, and they told us that, so that's bullshit. But then that's where you get into the why of like, okay, so what are they really up to? You know what I mean? Like 9/11, like that's a layup, you know, because it's like you look at like, oh, we're against Afghanistan, and it's like, what are we doing in Iraq? You know,
exactly.
And then it's like, we fucking like Patriot Act, we're just gonna slip that through, and we're no, we're gonna pull it back as soon as this war on terror is done. Nope, fucking never there. They're still looking at your fucking emails and shit. You know, it's just,
well, and like in 2000,
more power, more control.
Like, what was it? A Project for a New American Century, and they were like, oh, well, you know, America needs a new Pearl Harbor. And what do you know? We got one.
Dude.
Interesting.
And also, like, with Iraq specifically, it's like, oh, yeah, we went in because there's weapons of mass destruction. Who told us that? A guy named Ahmed Chalabi, who only wanted to overthrow Saddam Hussein. That was his goal for like 25 plus years. And he just lied about shit. And we believed it, or we went along with it because it served our best interest. But really quick, to answer Alex's original question, the reason Epstein got a sweetheart deal is because whatever you believe about what Epstein did, the government did not want whatever would happen to come out in open court, so they gave him a deal. Because also, anything could have come up in that trial if it went to trial.
Not only did Epstein get a sweetheart deal, it was written in the deal that anyone who is like implicated, if more facts come out, are also automatically immune.
Which is fucking crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, I'm getting booted for fucking parking tickets and shit, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
It's goddamn beyond everything.
Now that no one's listening anymore, let's go on to another one. I hope that satisfied you, Alex.
The only people listening are the Mossad.
Well, you know what? I'm not done.
All right, never mind. God damn it.
You want to like talk about like why he's getting a sweetheart deal is because like I heard somebody talk recently about how like everybody thinks that Israel's like in our pocket, like we're in charge and we tell fucking Israel what to do.
No,
exactly the
not
face
at
that
all.
you should be making, and that's so clear because we fucking bombed Iran.
Yeah,
like we have nothing to do with it at all, and like we get super involved, and it's like, well, why? It's like because fucking Trump. There's videos of him fucking kids on the island. Like what do you like?
Well, and then people say like, oh, like how. But people say like, oh, like how would Israel be like pulling the strings? It's like it's the same reason why anyone with a vested interest in a military conflict would be pulling the strings, because they're buying or they're taking with subsidy an incredible amount of money.
I mean, it's exactly
weapons.
what we do in politics. You know, with fucking God, why can't I remember the name? The fucking organizations that fund people. Why can't I remember
super
what it's called? Super PACs. Thank you. Yeah. It's the same shit we do here, where it's just like we're gonna buy the fucking legal system, and then guess what? Microplastics don't exist because I make plastic.
Yeah.
So, did we talk about microplastics on air?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I think that was the first thing we talked about.
I think so. Yeah. We're covering everything. Yeah, dude.
All right. Well, hope that satisfies you,
Alex Temple. Yeah.
Thank you, Alex Temple.
Turn your hat around.
Alex Temple of Doom over
That's
here.
right.
Oh,
right.
Jesus.
All right, well, let's spin that wheel. Let's see what else we got
I
here.
kind of want Waco to come up at this point.
Yeah.
Fuck. Not Astroworld.
I don't know what Astroworld is.
Oh, we'll tell you.
It's Travis Scott's concert.
Yeah, so Astroworld.
Well, should I go pee right now?
Yeah, you want to take a break for this one? Astroworld was a music festival in Texas, and essentially...
Oh, is that the one where the people
trampling
died or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Travis Scott was on stage. Apparently, like Drake was about to come on stage or something,
and everyone fucking tried to get out, and then some guy got
everyone
trampled.
was trampling each other to not get diddled by fucking Drake.
Yeah.
But apparently, and then there's video that resurfaced recently of Travis Scott, like after people have already been like fucking like curb stomped by their friends, he's like encouraging them to like keep raging, like don't stop, keep fucking raging. Like he's like
goddamn
actively egging them on, and like fucking 13 people died.
That's crazy. One thing that annoys me though is like people will take that or like other shit that like singers do, and they'll be like, they're all demonic. Like here's how you can tell, and they're like, Astroworld was like a satanic like ritual, and it's like, I don't believe any of that shit, but like what's annoying is like I'll see like TikToks of it sometimes. They'll be like, there were celebrities before and after they sold their soul to Satan. And one was like, Sam Smith, the singer. It was just like before him normal, and then after it's like him performing a concert wearing like devil horns that look like they're from Party City.
Yeah.
It's like he sold his soul to the devil. This is him. It's like they think it's edgy. They think it's cool, or they think it's stupid, and they're doing it anyway.
They're doing it because people like you are making content about it. Like
I don't even think that's why. I think it's just like it's edgy, you know?
Right.
Like it's like
it upsets other people.
He probably just had the hat. He was probably like, well, I gotta get some use out of this.
Like, what am I gonna do? I will dress up
with the Astroworld thing. It's like, okay, was it a fucking satanic sacrifice?
No.
Or was it Live Nation selling way too many fucking tickets to Astroworld?
Don't go to any event ever. I don't know why that. I don't understand it. I literally don't get it. Where it's just like, all right, is the Vegas shooting on there?
Yeah, we're done with events. Yeah, events are over.
If Alex picked all the topics, it'd be on there.
Don't go out in public.
Yeah,
Yo,
it's not good.
I'm like about to piss my pants, and I love
I thought you were kidding.
No, I really am like gonna pee. I would love to keep talking.
go pee.
But I want to pee. Like,
go pee.
So,
Go pee. Here, I'll show you what it is.
But yeah, Astroworld. Don't go to concerts. Certainly don't pay a lot of money to go to concerts because that's egregious. It's a huge waste of money. I'm just going to keep rambling until they get back.
Well, so here's something, Pat. I'll talk to you about it. Have you seen the videos of like them trying to like in the concert? They're trying to get people out of the concert who have either been trampled or crushed or whatever. And in the background, Travis Scott is just doing little auto-tune ditties. Like he's just having a time. Have you seen this?
I'll be honest. All respect to the dead, I have not paid attention to that happening pretty much at all. But I will say though, it is important to take into account: was he on any drugs during the concert?
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
You never know.
So I mean, if I'm fucked up and just someone kind of near me is like, oh, I think 13 people just got trampled, I'd probably be like, keep fucking
Right.
I'm playing one of my hit songs after this.
He gets way too into it. Like there's videos of him like at like an after party or something, and there's like a DJ with like a whole setup, and he's like smashing the fucking like laptop, like breaking the mix board. Like he's a rage.
Well, it's just kind of dumb overall to give a lot of responsibility to celebrities,
right?
Because they're not in a position where they really have to be,
right?
And so, like, I don't know, like, obviously, if you know that a bunch of people are being trampled, obviously you should be held responsible if you continue to make that happen, or even just if you made a concert that had circumstances that allowed that to happen. But like, stop pretending like celebrities are smart people who are like rational and know what advice to give people, you know? Thanks, Ben. Well, I mean, dude, like if any of us became famous comedians and someone was like, "Would you believe Ben said something so irresponsible?" I'd be like, "Yes, I know Ben.
Yeah, he's called me gay for having a pink water bottle."
And just like how awful you have your fleeting moments of life, and this man is like singing horrible auto-tune gibberish like while you're dying and being hoisted out of the crowd. Like that's the seventh circle of hell right there.
It's like that guy in the wheelchair at the Kanye show.
That's right.
Get up! Oh no! Fucking can't! I'm not doing another song till you get up.
Yeah, that might be the worst thing Kanye West could have ever done.
No,
nothing's topping
he did that to a Jew with no legs. Oh, by the way, love your bathroom.
Oh, it's good.
I like that you guys were like, Febreze? Nah, we got free matches from the bar.
Yeah.
It's just like the stick out of here.
It's also like maybe the smallest bathroom I've ever seen.
It's tiny, and somebody has their toothbrush right above where I piss. So
it's high up.
Great placement.
Not for me, pal.
I knew someone was going to call me out.
I don't know if you know about fucking shit fumes.
Someone was going to call me out for that.
Oh, it's your toothbrush.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's spin that wheel. Let's spin that wheel, huh?
Yeah, what's funny? They're like, someone has their toothbrush. I wonder who it could be.
I don't know. There's another guy who lives here.
That's true.
He's apparently an adult, so it's
not Pluto. God damn it, dude!
This is all in a row.
We didn't get Waco or LSD.
Pluto, Astroworld, and Cottage Cheese are all in a little clump there.
It's all shit that I don't know anything about.
I didn't even know Pluto was back. Is that Pluto's back?
Like how do they not just be able to decide one time? Like what's coming up where they need to keep reconsidering Pluto?
It's far, and now their cameras are better.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
I don't know if that's true.
Asked and answered. Is there any more context on this one, Garrett?
Yeah, so this is another Alex Temple one.
God damn it, Alex.
Dude, did anyone other than Alex Temple put in topics?
It's also funny because I know for a fact Alex has never listened to the podcast.
So he's like, how can I ruin this?
Yeah.
He sent a message saying, "What's up with this Pluto as a ninth planet thing again? I mean, make up your mind, right?" So
what's he trying out bits?
Yeah, literally.
What's the deal with Pluto?
You see this? You heard about this?
So I don't want to put Alex on blast, but I did just a
you can do it.
I just did a very basic Google search, and it hasn't officially been reclassified.
You mean Alex isn't smart?
Next topic. He's wrong. He's a liar.
Alex is just shooting from the hip with some bullshit. Who would have guessed?
All right. Waco or LSD.
Why don't we just talk about Waco? I don't want to talk about. Let's talk about Waco. I want to talk about Jubilee.
Let's do Waco. Sorry if you ever submitted Jubilee. Because honestly, do you guys watch
Jared,
Jubilee?
was that your wife again?
No, that was me.
Oh, fuck, dude.
I would like to buy you guys a fruit basket and some flowers.
Okay, why don't we do this? Let's Jubilee real quick, and then we'll close with Waco.
Well, because I was going to ask you guys,
what is Jubilee?
Have you guys watched? So it's this YouTube channel that does like debates. So a lot of them will be like, they do these ones where it's like.
They picked the wrong name.
Yeah, it is interesting that they choose like a party sounding name for it. It's usually, so there'll be one where it's like, they'll get on Ben Shapiro and then they'll surround him with like 20 liberals, and then they like one at a time, like they do kind of like a musical chairs almost. They race to the center,
so it's like a debate gangbang.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's a brilliant way to put
he debates them. He debates them one at a time, but it's like, so what'll happen is like, let's say
they don't come all in your face at the same time. They take turns.
There's order to it. Yeah, but it's
black guys first.
But it's like so it'll be like a ring of 20 people. One of them will race into the center to like debate them. They'll talk, and then
do they actually have to run?
Oh yeah, they run,
That's
and then
hilarious.
sometimes like it gets a little bit of a scuffle.
Chubby.
But and then they'll debate, but then if the other people are like, let's say you're in the middle and then everyone else thinks you're doing a dog shit job of like representing their opinions, everyone has a flag, and then once the majority of people raise their flag, you're kicked out, and then someone else races in and picks it back up.
Wow. So it is like a reality television show, but for political topics.
Pretty much. But there'd be one where it's like, one cop, 20 people have been to prison. And then debating about like the topics would be like
just fucking bludgeon him to death.
But the topics would be like, are cops good? And it's like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna say.
I wish I could see a video on the internet where a cop was good. That'd be great.
I've seen one. I've seen a lot of cop videos. I've seen one.
Was it the cop breakdancing?
No, it's a cop like pulling over a woman, and like he's like outside her door, and then the woman is like trying to grab a gun and is just not doing a very good job of it.
It was awesome.
He just keeps going like, "Man, please don't do that. Man, please don't do. Please don't do. Ma'am, don't do that." And then finally, he's like, "I gotta tase you." And then
well, that's nice that he tased her.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've seen the same video, and it's like, "Please don't make me fucking murder you. I'm gonna murder you." You know, and then,
this is the last thing.
And then they murder them. Yeah, right.
This isn't exactly why I took the job.
This is the last thing I wanted to do, even though this handle is right next to this other handle that could totally stun you.
Yeah, there's a weird amount where they're like, I meant to grab my taser, but I grabbed my gun and shot him 8 times.
Yeah,
where it's like, why not make the taser a different shape?
Yeah.
Why not make the taser like a ball?
Or why not pay attention to the fact that little wires are coming out of your gun?
Yeah,
and
true.
Maybe, it's like, I don't know, it's some fucking
I wonder if there's
shit.
ever been a cop who like does that and then they're trying to play it off like, what the heck?
What they dropped?
Oh, those were bullets.
Yeah.
Just fuck. That's totally why his face blew up. That makes sense.
That like, tasers don't do that. I've been trained. Tasers don't do that. It just hurts a little bit.
Tips.
So anyway, that's Jubilee.
Well, do we want to riff on Waco a little bit before we call it a night? I
kind of want to talk about Waco.
That's
a little bit.
Courtesy of Roselle and Earl. The Waco,
nice.
The Waco attack.
These suggestions are not from viewers.
Yeah. She was at the finals on Saturday night, and she like met my dad for a second, and she asked him what his opinion on Waco, Texas.
Sidebar: your dad knows shit that he is not fucking telling you.
Oh yeah, he'll just accidentally say shit that it's like, I don't think you're supposed to tell me this.
Because you said something about like JFK or the aliens or something that you were like, "Hey Dad, what about this?" And he's like, "Oh, I never heard of that."
Oh,
and it's like you're so full of shit.
Yeah, you're such a liar.
The FBI and the CIA have been at war for fucking decades.
Yeah, they don't like each other.
No, they don't. And they do fucking these counter operations to make the other ones look like shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like they blow up like, oh, the CIA fucked this shit up, so the FBI is fucking pretty cool, huh?
Also, like, that's just kind of the government, like, as a whole, because I forget what country it was, but there was like, I want to say it was Yemen, where it was literally 2 different organizations in our government were supporting the opposite,
fighting
the opposing
each other.
sides of the So it was literally like, Department of Defense is supporting one group of rebels, and then CIA is supporting the other group. Where it's like, guys, fucking email each other. Just send one email.
Doesn't matter as long as we win, baby.
Exactly. Yeah. It'd just be funny, like one email being like, FYI, we're on Team Red for this one. We're not blue team for this one. We're red team.
Message red, 4:45 p.m.
Yeah.
All right, they got it.
We're good, guys. But no, I think Waco's pretty fucked up.
I don't know a lot about it.
It was a cult. It was they're called the Branch Davidians.
Oh, see, so like, this is the whatchamacallit? What's his name? Who's this guy who ran
David Koresh? Yeah.
Is this not what I'm thinking of? What am I thinking of? The John Jones guy.
Jim Jones. That's the People's Temple in
it was also in Texas, right?
No, well,
they moved. They were in Texas, right?
They moved to Guyana. I don't know where they were originally, but they moved to like, I think like Guyana or something. They established like a colony basically,
right. And then they like killed a fucking congressman.
They killed a congressman, and then he poisoned like all of them.
Right. Dude, all right. So let's take this whole podcast and tank it. One of the worst things I've ever heard is the recording of that poisoning.
Oh, it's gotta be tough.
It's because you hear him telling people about like poisoning their kids, and their kids are dying and they're crying and they're like trying to fucking like cope with the fact that they just murdered. And he's like, "Oh, going to fucking heaven," and like it's a fucking beautiful like, dude. Well, holy God, what a sickness like people have built into them.
Honestly, like I think it's like I'm not saying I would ever join a cult or whatever, but like there is this thing where it's like they find these ways to put such like immense social pressure on you. Yeah. Because like a huge part of a lot of cults is like they get you in, they indoctrinate you, but then immediately they isolate you from like units. That's why so many cults, like the leaders fuck other people's wives, is because they're trying to break you down and isolate you.
Of the cult.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like they're just trying to. A lot of them will do it where it's like, let's say you and your wife join a cult.
Cuck 'em
they cuck them, but then they're like, not only am I going to fuck your wife, you're no longer married. I'm going to partner up with someone else. Like they just totally just disorient you and like make you just you have nothing that you used to have after you come into the cult. And like,
well, so then you're dependent on the cult.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then you can't like, I watched like a documentary about, I forget. It was one of the weird ones. It was Heaven's Gate. It was Heaven's Gate cult.
I think you said one of the weird ones.
But one of the cool ones, like Scientology.
There was like one guy in it who was kind of like, seemed like he was kind of wavering on his belief or whatever. And the leader was like, oh, you can prove your devotion is if you cut off your dick. And then the guy, literally, they had one of them used to be like a vet tech, and they start castrating him. And
this guy cut off dog dicks, so you're good.
Exactly. He helped. He was there for the dog dicks. But yeah, and then he's just
I watched a lot of dog dick cutting.
But they literally got like halfway through it, and he's like, actually, just take him to the hospital. This isn't going to work out.
So he had half a dick hanging off, and he said, let's go to the hospital?
I think they may have cut it off and then maybe couldn't bandage it or whatever. But then I don't know if it was the same guy or a different guy, but one of the guys in Heaven's Gate didn't kill himself, and he lives with regret to this day that he didn't kill himself.
Damn, because he feels like he missed the boat, or because he's living with the bullshit of it?
Because he feels like he missed the boat, and he knows that it wasn't real. He knows that they're dead now, and he's still like, that's how much they break you down.
Right. I mean, like, not to get way into my therapy, but like, this is like a thing about neuroplasticity, right? Where it's like literally your neurons are connecting to other neurons, and they're like making a pathway, and that's how you fucking like make thought. So like, you're literally ingraining this into people where it's like, even if you know the truth that this is the way it is, your brain's still going, yeah, but I fucking want to be part of the cult. I want to be a good little culty, you know? That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, on a much smaller scale, it's kind of like the same thing with like, if you have like a breakup from like a shitty relationship where it's like, yeah, obviously it's good that I'm out of it, but it's like I spent so much time being like, I love this person. It's going to work
Sarah
out.
Was a saint. All right,
exactly.
I won't have you say it.
Yeah, I know she cheated on me, but she's a saint.
She fucked the whole team. I get it.
Yeah. But to get back
me
to
too once. So,
but like to get back to Waco, so it was this cult. They had a bunch of guns, and then I forget how it happened, but somehow the ATF got called, and then basically that started a standoff with police, and then it ends with their entire facility being burned down. Like a tank was there, like tons of people fucking died.
Was it questionable on the government's side of it? I feel like I've seen half a documentary about this.
It was a big thing about like, was that much force authorized? Because there were women and children. Yeah, there was like, I think like 40 or so like fighters basically. Yikes. And I don't even think everyone was like shooting back. And also, I think the FBI had like infiltrated the cult pretty well. So it's like, there's a lot of argument that it didn't have to go down that way.
It down from the inside.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people think that it's like, because it was so televised, the government was like, okay, this is how we show them that we're the boss.
Is that not exactly what I was fucking talking about with the ICE shit? Where it's like they're blowing the doors open because you protested and raised your voice against what we're doing. Right. So we're gonna fuck your shit up. We're gonna make your neighbors think you're a piece of shit. Yeah, and we're gonna fucking just run you through the mud. Yeah, you know.
I mean, it was one of those fucking dumbass like Manosphere podcast, but I heard like a clip where a guy was on and he was saying that he was doing like local government like campaigning for like some like local election, and then the other guy that he wasn't supporting won the election, and then 2 days after the election he gets all of his finances audited by the state. It's like, how is that not revenge?
Right.
It's and it's like that happens at every level.
They do it all. It's and it's terrifying when you're at the bottom, because you're like, oh my God, the hurdles that I would have to overcome to be a capable member of society. Yeah. But it's like, shit, I'm just going to stay homeless.
Everyone has that impulse. You could be working at McDonald's and someone's addicted you in the drive-thru, and then you spit on their fries. This is just now, instead of spitting in fries, you have a tank and you can kill 50 people in a church.
Right. God, so we would all like to swear our allegiance to Donald Trump.
That's right. And, we love you. I
a white Anglo-American.
I'm Irish. I'm white, and I'd like to stay.
Well,
see how red this beard is.
Well, that's been our episode of I think that's a good place to end it. Do you have any shows you want to plug coming up? Anything you want to plug?
No, I don't work anymore. What am I doing? Am I doing anything? Oh, I am headlining up in Norway in July.
Hell yeah.
What am I doing? Nobody's gonna go. This is going out to like 20 comics. July 18th, I'll be at Norway Brewing Company doing 45 plus minutes of bullshit comedy. And yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
And if anybody wants a fucking douchebag comedian, fucking
hit him up. He's very funny. To all four of you, he's very funny. I'll be at Empire July 6th.
Oh, yeah, no, let's get yours out there.
We go around. We go around a circle.
Over. I thought it was the guest, and this is like a special, like, you want to promote something.
We're all hungry. We all got to eat. Yeah, July 6th, July 18th, and 19th, I'll be at Empire.
So when I'm doing my show, you'll be...
Yeah, come to Ben's show.
By the way, Hannibal Buress will be at the State Theater on July 18th. Go see Hannibal Buress and don't say me.
Yeah. Stay home and watch Netflix on July 18th.
I got a good
retard
joke.
July 5th, Great Falls Comedy Club. I guess it makes no sense to plug shows this way.
It really does.
It really does.
But it makes me feel like a comic.
Hey, other comics, I'll be at the fucking Comedy Mill open mic next Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
To all of our listeners, I'll be at the Empire Mic on Sunday.
Yeah. I won't. All right. Well, that's been our episode of Confidently Wrong. I've been Chris Dugan.
I've been Pat Nugent.
I'm Ben Chadwick. Thanks for letting me be here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
And have a great night.
Goodbye, everybody.